That's not right, mate. What are you doing, mate? All right, all right. Dude.
Day 5, match week 3 of the Beyond Godlike tournament. Today's first matchup is between Mineski and Ultimate. First pistol round coming in, we see 3 sets of armor, 1 kit, 1 Molotov, 1 flash and 1 smoke on the CTs, and the Ts are running with 1 Glock, 3 people playing utility, and KOTK is on the raid boss setup, which is the Tech 9 and the armor. Fairly spread out right now. They're not committed to anything. They're still trying to get the read on the CT setup. There's 2 players by the A bomb site, and well, now finally the players are moving towards the A bomb site. It looks like it's going to be an A hit. They do have the smokes to commit to a full execute. Well, the CTs are playing a full retake setup on the A bomb site. It's a very standard setup for CTs going into cash on the pistol round. This is Ultimate's pick, by the way, for those of you who are just tuning in. Ultimate pick. Cash and Mineski have picked the CT side. That's how these best of 2 round robin formats are going. Yep, the smokes are raining in, and it looks like they're all set to execute. Tommy's going to be molotoving off the site to delay the plant just a little bit. Yep, and the plant will be delayed and allow the players to, get in position for the retake. Everyone's set up. The entire site has been given up. It's going to be a 5v5 retake situation. It's going to come down to who can hit those shots. Beautiful flash coming in, and Tommy completely blinded up. That's going to delay things a little bit further. There we go. The first shots are being exchanged. Dispenser completely and effectively eviscerating Rambutan P and all. The trades are coming in. Oh, the diffuse is going in. Retract. What a ninja. He's just going to straight go up. Oh no, gets knifed by KOTK. Tommy left alive in a 1v2 situation. This is not looking good for him. Does manage to pick up the kit, tapping away, gets the first kill onto Kotak. The last player left and unfortunately unable to dispense off with T. T seeing off the rounds for the Ts. The first round goes to Ultimate. 1-0. It was a very close call, very close round, coming down to a 1v1 there. Retrack trying his best to go for that ninja. Very cheeky play. Drops the smoke. Goes in for the ninja, and unfortunately gets knifed by KOTK, and that's a lot of money in the bank for the Ts because of that knife. And now we see, 3 AK-47s, 1 MAC-10 and 1 UMP, and first kill already going to Ultimate. KOTK picking up the first frag, losing half his health, but that's okay. Now Dispenser has pushed all the way up A round. There's some really early aggression coming in from Mineski, and they're just trying to get some map control, get some information. That's not going to matter because the Ts are swarming their way into the B bomb site, and Dubstep making his deagle sing loud and true, getting 1 kill. Retrack in the meantime getting another kill. Down to a 3v3. This is not panning out well for Ultimate at all, but they still have the weapons advantage, and there's no armor on Retrack either. And Dispenser peeking out at just the right moment, catching Not off guard and getting the kill. Really good timing there from Dispenser. Retrack making his way in from Checkers to Checkers. Oh, what a shot onto Reventinho, and there we go. The last player left alive. 1v2 situation for Rambutan God, and he will get put down. Beautiful eco round coming in from Mineski. They just caught Ultimate with their pants down. That early aggression really caught them off guard. They were setting up for an A play, but that early aggression and that early kill really unhinged Ultimate and made them fall back and try a desperate play onto the B bomb side. They did not use the utility very well. They could have used all those Molotovs and smokes they had to isolate angles and to clear out angles. Unfortunately, players aggressing on the B bomb side, they peeked out at just the right moments whenever people had nades in their hands, caught Ultimate players with their pants down and got the kills left, right and center, and finally came out with an anti-eco round. And now Ultimate things are looking dire. They have no armor, just upgraded pistols onto 4 players, not playing still, just with the Glock. Nothing invested for him in this round, and still they managed to get the kill onto Tommy. KOTK, what a frag. Still weapons advantage still very much with Mineski. The bomb has gone down. That will mean that they'll be able to go into the next round with a proper buy. Kills finally coming in. 2 kills, 2 quick kills going over to Mineski, bringing it down to a 3v4. But the HP of the player is really low. Doesn't matter, Dispenser is gonna get the kill onto T. But Reventino finally putting an end to Dubstep. And there we go, Nord getting the kill, and Reventino on 8 points of health. He's just looking to save whatever he can, trying to self-boost onto mid. And save that deagle. Not able to recover a gun either, but that doesn't matter. Yep, doesn't matter. They're going to go into this round with a full buy. And because they lost 2 guns, the money on the CTs is not looking that good either. Like, if they lose this round, they'll have to go into an eco or an armor pistol buy because they can't afford the buy up in the next round. And the wall bang coming in from KOTK. Beautiful. Lot of damage done, and Tommy does pay the price for his aggression. Rambutan got with that kill, bringing it down to a 4v5. This is never good on the CT side to be a man down this early in the round. Gee spotting out KOTK. Knows exactly where he's playing from, but so does KOTK now. Unable to land that shot. KOTK absolutely eviscerating him with the AK-47. There's no chance, and there we go. Dispenser with the decapitation syndrome. Again, he is an absolute guillotine right now. 2 quick headshots, evening things out for the CTs. That'll be really, really useful going forward because things were looking dire. Oh, unfortunately, Dispenser peeking the wrong angle and not capitalizing on his lack of awareness there. The smokes rain in. The smoke for the crowd. Oh, that's not a good smoke. Oh, they almost line up there for Dubstep, but now it leaves Retrack in a 1v3 situation. He does have utility, but I don't think he has the time. Yep, gets instantly peaked as he makes his way to CT, and 22 points of health in a 1v3, never good. He will look to save this rifle, but already we see T out on the hunt for Retrack. I'm not sure whether he'll be able to he'll be allowed to save this M4 because T is hot on his heels, out for the hunt. Checking the B bomb side, like if Retrack peaks right now, he would have been able to land that frag onto the ever searching, ever vigilant T, because he would have shot him in the back essentially. But seems like he will be able to save this rifle. 1 M4 saved, that just might not be enough. It might prompt Mineski to go for a force buy because Dispenser does have money. Yep, it's exactly what's happened. Force buy coming in. Tommy with the armor USP, a couple of nades, does get dropped in M4. It's not a half bad buy. The UMPs are pretty strong. They are very much present in the current meta, especially in the pro scene where people are going for those risky UMP buys because they're so good as of now. A lot of aggression coming out A main very early on from Mineski. They don't want to relinquish A main's control, constantly pushing up and trying to catch Ultimate off guard. But the rounds have gone back and forth, back and forth. A lot of back and forth, yo-yoing as they call it, is happening with the rounds. Each team just picking up 1 round at a time, not being able to string together 2 or 3 rounds together, unable to build that economy. So there's always that fear that they'll keep getting broken back. So I'm guessing we're going to see force buys until someone can break the other team's economy completely. Or that is basically string 2 rounds together. But Tommy is going to peek mid, and I think he's going to come across like a whole bunch of ultimate players. Like he's going to be staring down a firing squad very, very soon. Does spot out Rambutan. Will he be able to pick up the kill? Nope. Gets double peek. Gets the kill. Gets a lot of damage down to Rambutan, but gets taken down by T. That's a 4v5. Again, man advantage to the T. Oh, he spots out the shadow, but does he go for the gun? Does he? Yep, he will be able to recover the rifle as well. And now Dispenser going to be peeked. Oh, KOTK. Ending Dispenser. Any chance that Dispenser might have had to put a spanner in the works. But then again, T also getting the kill onto Dubstep. Finally, it's all down to Dubstep. 1 AK, 1v2 with 1 flash and body armor. It's doable. Dubstep has been showing some tremendous form of late. He knows how to play this game very, very well. But the post-plant setups by the T, very good. It's gonna come down to a... He can't really waste any more time. He doesn't have a kit. The post-plants are pretty good. They're not showing themselves ultimate. And will Dubstep have enough time to clear every angle. And it is planted for heaven, so the perfect post-plant positions. They can just choose to double peek dubstep. Doesn't look like he's going for the retake. He's just waiting for exits. And honestly, I don't think they're going to come his way because, yep, the T's will look to exit from CT spawn while dubstep waits on the other side of the map at T spawn. And yep, the money completely broken there for Mineski. They will look to eco here. Like I said, finally, Ultimate stringing 2 rounds together. So now they have some money and some momentum going forward. Very heavy mid presence coming out. Boosts. 2 players being boosted up in mid. In the meantime, Guy has pushed all the way out of Squeaky. Might catch a player or 2 with their pants down and unawares of his presence here, because they till now they've been looking to push A main a lot. Very early on they've been aggressing A main quite a bit. Never Squeaky, but Not seems to have a vague idea that this push might be coming, and he's ready for it. He's playing a very passive angle. In the meantime, Rambutan and Dispenser rattling off a few shots at each other, trying to test the waters and seeing if, whether they're feeling their shots or not. Retrack does take a lot of damage in that little skirmish that the two had going on at Highway, coming off first for the wear. In the meantime, Reventino is going to search and find the kill onto Dubstep in the B bomb side, and T finding the other kill onto Retrack. That's 2 kills and the B side completely open. Somehow Dispenser landing that kill onto KOTK in mid will be able to rotate, and that smoke being ever so fortunate for the rotating CTs. Oh, unfortunate. He was being baited to perfection there. Dispenser managing to recover a rifle and getting the pick onto North. That's a rifle recovered. Should try and save it, but the question is, will he be able to? Because there's 2 players wrapping around him. One from mid, one, playing checkers. And yeah, that's it. The moment he tries to make his escape, sit down, Sonny, is what Renovatinho says. Gets the kill, not being allowed to save that rifle either. And now finally a buy coming in for Mineski. It's going to be a pretty light buy in terms of utility. Retrack opting to go for head armor as well. In such cases, I would always favor opting out of the head armor. That's $350 extra. That means you can get some extra utility, which is always more useful. And that aggression from Guy finally paying off, but not so much, because T has very different ideas. T and North getting 2 kills, 2 very quick kills over onto the B bomb side, and again the B bomb side ripe for taking there for Ultimate. The B bomb side is proving to be a thorn in Mineski's side. The defense onto the B bomb side just not able to hold, and KOTK on the perfect flank there gets the first kill. Now Tommy knows where he's playing from, should not be able to, and there we go, KOTK the second kill, leaving Guy all alone in a 1v4 clutch situation. Will he be able to get the first kill? But High is hightailing it out of there. He knows there's very little chance of him doing anything, and there we go, gets shot in the back and dies doing yoga. Yeah, that happens. His blank eye is staring into the nothingness and the abyss of death there. But yeah, another eco coming in for Mineski. They might want to go. They're on the fourth round losing bonus if they lose this round. So they could opt to go with upgraded pistols, but nothing more if they want to go into the next round with the ops and all the nades and the rifles that they can ask for. But so far, yeah, a very dominant T side being posted by Ultimate. This is their map pick. And it's strange that Mineski chose to start on the CT side, because Cash, most would say, is somewhat T-sided. Yeah, the money is still looking quite strong on Ultimate. Should be able to buy into the next round as well, should they lose this, but find it highly unlikely that they lose to a pistol no armor buy. Yeah, Renovatinho just carefully clearing out the angles at mid, holding white box, looking for that aggression. And this time, the aggression comes out on the B bomb side, and KOTK is ready. His sights trained on to checkers. instantly decapitating both players that were unfortunate enough to come in his way. And the B-bomb side, yet again, this B hit being constantly favored by Ultimate, and that B-bomb side being cracked open round after round with exceptional ease. Like, there's just no answer that Mineski have for this B hit. Actually, there's not even a B hit or a B execute. They're just being out-aimed at the B-bomb site. KOTK just waltz in, gets 2 quick headshots, and that's it. B-bomb site's there. And this is not just the gun round. This is not just the eco rounds that this has been happening. It's been consistently happening throughout gun rounds as well. So Mineski need to change things up. Maybe get an op there. You know, try to dissuade Ultimate from just barreling into the bomb site. You know, maybe playing it a bit safe, use their utility a little bit more, buy some time. I don't know. Next round we'll see the first proper buy will be coming in from Mineski. The ops come out, full utility. So let's see how they post up next round. Mineski just opting to go for exits, which were never going to come their way. And they still managed to keep 3 players alive. That's good. They didn't give away unnecessary frag money. That's $300 per kill, by the way. So they saved up on $1,200, like $900 there. It's a good decision to not go for the retake, because you know when you're going up against rifles, it's just too hard. Too hard when you don't have armor or anything to play for that retake. And yeah, the op does come out, but where is it posted? Yep, op is over onto the B-bomb side. Again, they just have no answer for this aggression. Dubstep finally landing the frag onto T. But that's still a 1-for-1 trade, and that's not going to favor the CTs. That crossing smoke being a thorn in their side. Not being able to contend with it. But yeah, seeing that the op is on the B-bomb side, they are changing it up, going over to the A-bomb side, which has been completely given up. Only Tommy playing by truck. Very passive hold. The rest of the team still extremely scattered. 2 players over on the B-bomb side, 1 at mid, and just Dubstep, the lone defender, over by the A-bomb side. Lining up the smoke for the bomb site. Yep, there we go. Gee, in the meantime, does manage to land the kill onto North, who was rotating from B. Down to a 4v3, man advantage after a very long time. And there we go. Gee again landing the second kill onto Rambutan God. Oh, Renovatinho, what a flick. Beautiful shot. Evening things out there. 2 quick kills coming in, but finally Gee going huge this round. He's already on a 3k. Can he get the 4th? Jumping up, missing the shot there. Renovatinho gets the no-scope. Oh, almost. Almost. Renovatinho with like a hero play there, almost gets the first no-scope. Flicks around 180, tries for the second no-scope, but unfortunately isn't able to land it. Dubstep pistoling him down with the 5-7, but that's not good. You see what happens when Mineski lose 4 players there, and even though they win the round? Oh, it looks like our game crashed. But yeah, Mineski, even though they win the round, they lose 4 players in doing so. So their economy is completely in tatters right now. They don't have money to buy into this round with all the utility and all the rifles that they would want to. At the most, on your first gun round, proper gun round, you want to see out the round with at least 3 players surviving, because the money still isn't good for you. You've gone into this round investing everything you've got, and you're going to get, what, 35, 50 for winning this round? So it's still not enough to invest completely with a full buy into the next round. So you need to keep at least 3 players alive. And for those of you just tuning in, this is the first game of the day. Mineski versus Ultimate. This is the first map of the first game. So we're still to decide on the winner. There we go. Dispenser catching Rambutan got off guard. And there we see Gee and Dispenser doubling up there. But in the meantime, Renovatinho has already managed to pick up a kill. And he was playing mid. Yep. So again, a 1-for-1 trade. But HP, with regards to HP, the CTs are still worse for wear. And yep, KOTK just making sure that every angle is being cleared. This is very good usage of utility. Meticulous clearing of angles. And he completely blind there. But he, in the meantime, trying to hold off this push as long as possible. Gets swapped out for retrack, but retrack does get the kill. And oh, unfortunate, Gee running out of bullets there. leaving Dubstep all alone in a 1v2 clutch situation. Renovatinho with the op, Nort with the AK, and Dubstep with the op 5-7. And he does have a smoke, a kit, and an incendiary grenade to put to good use. Let's see what he does with it. The plant is full. It's a default plant, but yeah, nope. Dubstep says enough is enough. I'm gonna save my op and backs off. The call for the save has gone out. Yeah. And that puts Mineski in a really bad financial situation because they bought into this round hoping to get something out of it. Unfortunately, they weren't able to do much. Yeah, and now their money is completely broken. They need to eco this and then, you know, hope for the best next round, I would say. Nope, no eco. What is eco? We will force buy no matter what. That's Asian Counter-Strike for you right there. Yeah, you see a force buy coming in. Dubstep going aggressive with that op at the B bomb side, holding that angle for B main, but he's not going to find anybody. Now that Ultimate know that the op is playing by the B side, they've stopped challenging it. They're playing a bit passive, waiting for pushes that might come. They do know that they're playing against pistols. That's why you see all these wall bang tries coming in from Squeaky. Because they know, they've got the read on Mineski pretty well. They seem to have figured out that they will push when their backs are against the wall and they're on an eco force buy, pistol buy. So they're taking it slow. This is very smart Counter-Strike coming in from Ultimate. They're going for mid presence, and there we see KOTK opening things up already, as he's been doing consistently, opening the A bomb site almost single-handedly. Finally does fall to Tommy, who will also manage to land, recover the rifle. This was a bit of a misplay in my opinion. KOTK should never have been there alone. There should always be someone to trade for you. And Tommy very smartly playing, and two line up for him. Two excellent headshots for Tommy. Tommy might have single-handedly saved the round for his team there. Leaving Rambutan God all alone at mid. Might catch a rotating Dubstep off guard. Oh, almost lands the shot there, Dubstep. You cannot afford to miss those. Dubstep going for that repeat. Extremely unwise there. There's no need to go for that repeat. But in the meantime, Tommy has made his way over. Is making his way over to heaven, and Rambutan God is holding checkers. Post plant again, bomb goes down. Post plants are pretty strong. That should molly off default and bring out the player playing side, but retrack in the meantime, desperately trying to get the kill. Almost gets it. Really low, but Tommy's Molotov burning Renovatinho alive. Tommy doesn't have a kit, and Rambutan God knows this. He's playing it very smart. He's not presenting himself on a silver platter for the frag. And yeah, saves the op and hightails it out of there, Tommy. Unable to do much. Should be able to save the op as well, even with Rambutan God hot on his heels. But there we go. Very expensive round for Ultimate, losing 4 players, but at the end of the day, they have money for days. They have money for days. They don't need to worry about any of this. They can still buy up comfortably into this round and even go into the next round with a very comfortable buy. On the flip side though, Mineski put everything, all their eggs into that into that one basket, which was that force buy in the previous round. And then playing with it in Dubstep, already falling to naught. Renovatinho in the meantime holding, and Tommy should get the angle, should get the pick, but unfortunately missing that shot. He's gonna pay for it in the meantime. T again getting the kill on to retrack. They are against ecoing players, so it's not like it's very difficult to get those shots, especially with the aim punch coming into play. There we see already being spotted out, mollied out. They're being harassed here onto the A bomb side. Mineski are this time around, and not using their utility to perfection. Using it to clear out corners, isolate angles, block out vision for that op. And while all the CTs are playing over by the A bomb side, that fake, so perfect there from Ultimate. Bomb has made his way onto the B bomb side. So they knew it was such a good fake. They knew the A bomb site was, the B bomb site was hard to take because the op was there. So they faked, made sure the op was off the bomb site, and then hit the bomb site, got the plant down, and now just 2 players. Dispenser does recover the op, but will he be allowed to save it is the question. It doesn't look like They're going to catch up to Dispenser and Gee, who have managed to recover 2 rifles, the AWP and the AK-47. It is in Ultimate's best interest to get them out of the opponent's hand. And there we go, Dispenser falling with the AWP, leaving Gee all alone with the AK-47. Doesn't look like he'll be allowed to save it, but 3 players going in a pack. Will Gee have the discipline? Yep, he doesn't peek out. He's not taking his chances. Managing to save that 1 rifle. That will come in handy this round, because that means that at least 1 player can run full utility. There we go. A decent rifle buy coming in from Mineski. Finally doesn't have an AWP. There's no AWP to speak of because, well, frankly, the money's in there. And Retrack getting the first kill onto T. And Dispenser getting the second at mid. And Renovatinho rattling off the first shot, unable to land it. Now is caught in 2 minds whether to aggress or just fall back. And this is very good from Dispenser. He gets the kill. There's no point to stay there. They know where he's playing from. It's better to just change your position and fall back. And again, playing for that retake on the A bomb site. So far, it hasn't gone well at all. But Gee, prepared for that player jumping onto red, decapitates him instantly. A very good flick coming in from Gee. And it all leaves Renovatinho and KOTK in a one. Well, now Renovatinho in a 1v5 clutch, and there it is. Very clean round coming in from Mineski. This was absolutely essential that they not lose a single player, because now they'll finally be able to put some money in the bank and get some semblance of an economy rolling for themselves. Very clean round coming in from Mineski. Got the read perfectly there. That made aggression from Dispenser early on proved vital to shut down that boost play that's been coming in round after round, giving over mid control to the T's, and then from there on they've been able to do whatever the hell they want. And Gee starting things off with the pick onto KOTK, who's been a thorn in their side so far. Like this man has been single-handedly opening up bomb sites for Ultimate. So getting him off the map in any round is always going to be useful. Also throw in the fact that it's a man advantage finally for a 5v4 for the CTs. 2 players over. It's looking like an A hit. Very little map control for the T's. They've opted it out to clear, A main. But do they know that there's 1 player posted up A main? That is Gee, who did manage to land the first frag. So they should know that there might be some A main presence. And yeah, T does check it and eviscerates him. 2 very quick kills coming into the A bomb site. But Dispenser holding strong. Gets 1, gets 2. Finally does get taken down by T. Brings it down to a 2v2. Now this is an even retake. The Molotov going to be a bit late coming in. The bomb does get planted and T does make his way out of there. And T playing that smoke perfectly. Peeking just over it. And Retrack does make his way out of the A bomb site. But Renovatinho, what a shot on the dubstep. And again, Mineski winning 1 round but losing the next. They're getting reset, but they do have money to force some sort of a buy. This is the last round. There's no point echoing any further. Gee, will he drop a rifle for his teammate? Or yeah, he does drop a rifle for his teammate. And not a bad buy that they've managed to cobble together here, Mineski. 1 UMP4 rifles, some nades, but Renovatinho, look at that flick. He's just having none of this aggression. Already a man down, and that's a rifle out from the hands of the CTs as well. But yeah. But they have managed to post Retrack up in a pretty aggressive position, and who can play from there if he doesn't make much noise or sound, and get a lot of information for Mineski. That means effectively they can leave the B bomb site empty because of where Retrack is playing. But if he presents himself and peaks, it's gonna be a very hard time for the rest of Mineski to rotate over. And Renovatinho doesn't know. They don't know that Retrack is playing all the way in Sunroom. But because he thinks he got the kill, and there we go. Retrack popping out, getting the kill on an unsuspecting Renovatinho. But that doesn't matter. The A bomb site has been completely cracked open there. Nort and T just going ham. Getting both kills. Nort still playing by mid, but unfortunately not able to land that spray. Tommy gets the spray down. Retrack getting the kill onto T. And all of a sudden it's down to a 2v2. Bomb still hasn't gone down. So there's still a chance that this retake might happen. Molotov just a tad bit too late for the bomb side. The bomb does go down. KOTK playing out there in the open, a very dangerous game that he's playing. Finally, he does manage to cover and retract, completely eviscerating KOTK, leaving Rambutan God in a 1v2 clutch, but the HP on the two aggressing CTs is just so low, and from the lineup. There we go. Rambutan finds the first pick. Can he find the second? Ooh, does spot out retract. I don't know what he was doing. Maybe his mouse got stuck or ran out of mouse pad or something. Some excuse. I don't know. Does spot out the shadow. There is very little time on the clock, and there we go. Rambutan God getting the final clutch. 1v2, clutching out the half at 11-4 for Ultimate. Mineski. That half again, just nothing was going their way. Even though retract does manage to land a 3k this round, it's just not enough. Guy and Dispenser trying their best over on Mineski to see off and try and carry their team, but that's not going to be enough because KOTK and T had other ideas on Ultimate. They just went absolutely ham. KOTK and T, like, they were just so instrumental in cracking open bomb sites left, right and center. And just what a phenomenal job KOTK was doing over both at the B bomb site and the A bomb site, just peeking just at the right time, catching Mineski completely off guard and single-handedly opening up bomb sites for them. And there we go. So Mineski's pistol round setup, 1 flash, 4 armors, 4 sets of armor, and 1 Gi playing the raid boss setup. And it looks like it's going to be an old school B rush. Two teams meeting at B main, just aggression all over. And Rambutan God, what a quick round there. Very fast 3k for him. Just, it's like a swinging sword from Warrior Within, just cutting heads off left, right and center. But that doesn't matter. It's down to a 1v3. Dispenser landing those 2 kills. He has managed to recover a USPS, but can he do it? I don't think so. It's just, with Rambutan God hitting shots like he is and Dispenser making all the noise in the world, they know exactly where he is. They've posted up perfectly there. Crossfires across the board. Yep. Does get spotted out crossing into checkers. Now ought to get double peek the moment he tries to recover the bomb. Very smart play there by Ultimate, aggressing over onto the B side. B main looked like a perfect anti-strat there. And there we go, Renovatino cleaning things up. Tapping down Dispenser through the smoke. And both pistols going Ultimate's way. And this time it wasn't even as close as their T-pistol coming down to a clutch. But this time it was more of Rambutan God just attaining God mode and just completely and utterly taking heads off left, right and center. It's pretty impressive to watch. Now, it is a force buy coming in from Mineski. I mean, they could choose to go eco, but with this force buy, at least they give themselves a sliver of hope of maybe picking up this round. But without it, there's nothing. And they come streaming out on the A bomb side. Gonna meet KOTK, finds the first frag, but unable to do much more. Rambutan God in the meantime evening things out. It's down to a 3v3. Bomb will go down, which is good. That means that's money in the bank. And Dispenser holding off that rotate masterfully. Does get that super sexy Huandig. But now it's Rambutan God and North. 2 rifles against 2 pistols. But those pistols are Tech 9s. Nah, scratch that. It's down to a 1v2. And yeah, Rambutan God again. Back-to-back 3Ks. This man has just hit God mode. But decent amount of economic damage done by Mineski. But at this point, they need rounds. They don't necessarily need economic damage. Because they will have to go into this round and eco it. At the most, they can afford to get upgraded pistols. And it looks like that's exactly what's going to happen. Yep. 4 upgraded pistols and Dispenser choosing to stick with the Glock. While rifles across the board for Ultimate, except for T, who's still opting to go with the UMP. I mean, why not? It's a good move. Completely armorless opponents, that UMP can shred through them. Just go streaming out of checkers onto the A-bomb site. That's A-bomb control for them, but KOTK is very low. Coming off worse for the wear in that exchange. Does manage to land the kill, but that's just 21 points of health. He should look to fall back. But what is falling back? What is retreat? No retreat, no surrender. KOTK gets another kill with 21 points of health. And Rambutan God and T chiming in with the others. There we go. A very clean anti-eco coming out from Ultimate. This was needed. They keep all 5 players alive and keep all the utility and all the guns that they were using. They still managed to save quite a bit. That means it's a fairly decent nest egg into their economy. And they can go into the next round quite confident that, okay, even if we lose this, we can buy into the next round. So that's still some amount of security and assurance that they have with them. And yeah, Ultimate just being very dominant on their map pick. Next map is Overpass, and I think that is Mineski's pick. So let's see how they fare on their map pick. In the meantime, KOTK and T pushing up Squeaky, getting the first kill, and making his way out of there with an AK-47. He did have a UMP, still deciding to go with that ump into the gun round. I mean, still a viable weapon at close quarters. Very good weapon. Rambutan God waiting, holding for that mid push. Does spot him out, should not peek that angle. Ooh, shoulder peeks him. Playing with fire there, Rambutan God, and dubstep. Wisely retreating, recognizing the danger that Rambutan God poses with his sick aim and the fact that he's actually feeling his shots right now. The T's favoring this bomb side, B bomb side, and Dispenser getting the kill on a Rambutan God. It looks like it's going to be a B side hit because there's very little A presence, and the CTs also split up right now in twos. It's a 4v4, so they're playing 2-2. They've given up mid control, so they can choose to go anywhere. And oh, not wise there, getting spotted out through smoke and retrack, putting an end to any of his charades. What a bad read from the CTs. Mineski, that frag onto the B bomb side pulled off all the A defenders. They can literally walk into an empty site. The only player there is KOTK by truck right now. And yeah, walk into an empty A bomb site, get the plant down, get good post plants as well. And that's a 4v3 retake situation. That smoke is going to delay things even further. I think they should call the save right about now. Yep, they're going to save. They're not going to go for the retake. Save the 3 rifles, get into the next round, you know, with a strong buy, and try and see what you can do next round. They do have the rounds to play with. They're sitting on 14 rounds to 4, so they can afford to give a few rounds. But that read from Mineski was so sublime. And this is what I'm saying. Like, Counter-Strike is just all about that one kill, just that one kill onto retrack by North, and onto North by retrack, and everything just changes. All the A defenders just peeled off the A bomb site and just hightailed it to B because they thought this late in the round it has to be a B hit, cannot be anything else. But in the meantime, nope. Mineski just turned things around, turned 180, walked into the A bomb site, got the plant off, and forced Ultimate to save. And yeah, because of the 3 saved rifles, they can go into this round with a very good buy as well. Ultimate, all the nades, all the rifles that they can ask for. And that's because they've been keeping a lot of players alive. Ooh, that Molotov is gonna prevent any counter boosting shenanigans that Ultimate might have planned this round. Dispenser with that crucial Molotov, getting a very good read onto what the intentions were. But now we might see a late boost coming out because T is playing very aggressive by mid, right under boost. They might catch someone off guard. They've not played this position at all. Will Dispenser have the presence of mind to check it is the question. Still no commitment from the T's. They're still trying to get some map control, getting some mid control, and then maybe they'll work off of this. Renovatinho hasn't seen any action by the B bomb side, so he's telling his teammates that, yo guys, B's still very, very clear. Nothing in B main. So just keep your eyes peeled for mid. Dispenser doesn't look like he's gonna check, but T, you really gotta hit those, son. You cannot be missing those shots. But yeah, it does finally manage to clean things up with Dispenser. But Retrack finding 2 quick kills and bringing it down to a 3v3. And KOTK is all alone on this A bomb site, and 3 players will be swarming out, and he'll be meeting them very soon. And yep, does rattle off a few shots. Does some damage onto Guy, who's playing by this very quick push up mid. North, running out of bullets. Unfortunate. That's one of the biggest drawbacks to the M4A1. If you're not decisive with your shots, you will run out of bullets. That's never good. Renovatinho catching Guy with a nade in his hand is down to a 1v1. Renovatinho, no need to aggress, just hold, wait for the bomb to go down. But nope, not even allowing that much. There was no time. Not allowing the bomb plant either. He knew that the player from Mineski, which was Retrack, had to go for the bomb plant. There was barely 4 seconds left on the clock. Using that to his advantage, he pushes smoke and lands the frag because his teammate was still in mid by Vents. It was still a fair ways away. Very smart play coming in from Rambutan. Sorry, Renovatinho. And again, very passive hold coming in from Retrack. He's not looking to aggress. They know that Renovatinho is very deadly with that big green gun of his. And yeah, it's a game of patience right now. Shots being rattled off through squeaky left, right, center. It's a very strong A presence, but the bomb is still at T-spawn. So maybe what Mineski are trying right now is just to get a few picks and maybe just hold off rotations and feel out what the CTs are playing. And yeah, see, look at that. It's just holding angles, being very passive, not presenting themselves for, like lambs to the slaughter. KOTK playing by side, being boosted onto site here by his teammate. They haven't played this angle, so they might catch someone off guard. But it's a very common angle to play. Should be checking it. Ooh, I think he might have spotted something out, just going for that pre-fire by mid. And yeah,